So we're gonna get right into it. This is what, number two? Yeah, number two of this series of videos. Let me see. I don't even have my notes pulled up on here. I have it pulled up in my notebook, so my fault for that. Um, okay, so let's just get it started. Bow, number two. Okay, second one. I think I left off in the other video. Actually, you know what? If you haven't seen, I'll put a description in the link. But if you haven't seen, um, the video that I put out saying like how to see, like when you see like little verification thing, like little bing, and it's like a little like fucking badge in front of it's like a blue check mark, right in front of the right before someone's name on their Instagram, or like you see it on Facebook, or you see it on Twitter too. Um, but I'm specifically talking about Instagram on this. Anyway, there's a video I made like a week and a half ago explaining how you can see my bad, how you can see the differences between a real one and a fake one. And if you watch my first series of um, these type of videos, Truth About 90 Day, um, I kind of threw in some points here and there of how like TLC likes to try to go ahead and control certain aspects and certain like certain aspects and certain, if you're obviously using Instagram as a tool, obviously they're going to try to control your audience. But I kind of just like tapped in on kind of how they do it, or what they do. I didn't really kind of tap in on how they do it. So well, I'll definitely have an episode for that. But anyway, let's just go into it. Let's go ahead and start. Definitely starting right now. This is Truth of 90 Day, I guess. That's what we're gonna call it. Number two. So it's crazy. I made that video, right? To see the differences in the verifications, right? And see which ones are real or which one's fake. Um, so I'm gonna go ahead and start off by saying, like I said before, they like to control like what you see. All these like what you see through the blogs, what you see through the press, what you see through like certain companies, or certain journalists or whatever. When they talk about 90 Day and they kind of have an agenda of what to talk about, it's not so much the journalists doing it themselves. Like, yeah, they're doing it themselves, but they're kind of telling them, okay, talk about this couple, talk about this couple, talk about that, talk about that. You can kind of see the same pattern. You see this because you definitely see the same pattern even on their own 90 Day Fiance Instagram. You can go ahead and just see each and every single one that's being reposted, or each and every single couple that's like being talked about. You kind of see a pattern that's going on with the other blog. That's blog is talking about the same people. And before I go ahead any further, I wanted to say the reason why they came out. Why I'm waited this long for everything to go ahead and come out. It's because obviously, can easily go over the contract with you guys, but you have to wait 12 months after the last thing you appeared in something. It's not 12 months after the last episode or the last day you filmed. No, it's the last time you appeared on the TV. So it's like you could have been done filming like in January or something, but the last episode didn't air until March for something like that. And then so really your thing isn't done in like year after March, not a year after January. So like I kind of announced that I was going to do these videos, and then I didn't realize that myself. So that's why I'm doing it now. There's no other other reasons to do it, and it seems like perfect timing, because literally like my contract has just begun up, and so anyway, okay, so as I explained, they kind of control like what you see, and it's kind of crazy because even with like brands, certain brands work with TLC. They have a deal. They have some sort of deal to where, okay, like say I'm TLC and this is one brand that does like nutrition type stuff, right? Fitness stuff. I'm sure you guys have seen the same people promote the same thing, right? So they have a contract with them. They say, I'm TLC, I'm going to have your quote unquote cast, and they're going to be your quote unquote spokesperson for X product, for your product, da 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 da. The reason why TLC wants to be a part of it is because um, when the brand goes ahead and they reach out to these cast members, they're gonna say, "Oh yeah, we'd like to do this with you." Da, 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 da. Sometimes these brands will um, offer compensation to the cast, and sometimes they won't. And they're not going to say anything unless you do it. So if the cast member says, "Yeah, we'll do it for X amount of dollars," then it's like okay. And the thing is, um, the thing is when that happens every time, like, let's say like, okay, this such and such cast member agreed to do this, um within that contract, that brand is paying TLC, so they're making their money either way. And that's how TLC slash Discovery wants to be. They want to be able to have their hand in everything. That's why the whole thing about, like, if you're somebody that uses Instagram as a major tool and you have something good going on, and TLC sees that, they don't want you to blow up bigger than their own show. They don't want you to be, they don't want to, it's weird. They don't want to be like, if they put somebody on and like are responsible for their career, they don't want to be like, oh yeah, this person from 90 Day. I don't know. It's weird. Um, they rather go ahead and, make a dollar off of, some people that are just regular fucking people, or not just regular people, but as you can see, TLC's lineup of all these crazy shows, like my 6,000 pound or whatever, 3,000 pound sister, something like that. Like, it's just nuts, dude. It's just nuts. And compared to what they make, and compared to what they're paying us, oh man. And I'll get into that too. But anyway, so even with those brands, they go ahead and make that deal, so they want to be pretty much, like I said, a part of everything. um this goes as far as like doing interviews. You have to get approved to do certain interviews. And for example, like when I was doing an interview, they're like, "Oh, I'm just gonna make up a name." Like they're all like, "Oh, call Melissa if you ever need somebody to do. If somebody wants to do interviews, just call us to get approved." Some of these interviews, cast members, you can go ahead and tell the interview person, like, okay, I want $100 for it. Um, TLC would like to find out all the details on it. They want to know who you talk to. They want to know who's the interview for. It could just be some random person on YouTube, but they want to know. And then they're going to obviously talk to that person. And if there's money that's been transferred or whatever, or transaction, and they're out of it, they're most likely not going to approve it. I don't know how many, me and Jasmine had, I don't know how many interviews lined up. Hold on one sec. Okay. I don't know how many interviews we had lined up, but uh shit, there was a lot. And it took forever to get them approved. They did that because they weren't a part of what was going on. Like, I do music, so like a lot of other music companies and music, like blogs and stuff, wanted to do interviews, and they didn't approve not one of them, because solely for the purpose of they weren't a part of it. Um, because obviously they said, oh, when you do these interviews, you can't talk about the show and this and this and that, and that's totally fine, because those music blogs, they just wanted to talk to me. And I tell them that I didn't want to I can't talk about 90 Day, and they're like, oh yeah, that's totally fine, we can do this anyway. So they kind of denied all of them. And as I explained before, they kind of play favorites. It's like, oh, well, okay, how come this person gets to do interviews and this person gets to do interviews? It's because um, depending on how their season went, and not even how their season went, just depending on how much that person lets TLC control them, has their hand up their butt, then they let them do interviews, and they let them do this and that. TLC is gonna help you with that, because they have connections everywhere. So they're gonna tell you, oh yeah, you can have this interview with this person. Yeah, we'll set you up with this, because they'll set you up with it because they're getting paid on top of it too. That's why they aim for certain people that really don't have shit going on, and they know they could make a dollar out of them and play them like a puppet. I don't need to go ahead and name names or anything, because that's not what this video is for. But it's just here to show examples. And to show like another example of like controlling audiences and stuff, it's kind of fucked up. But I don't even know who these people are. But um, oh, I can't pull it up on here. I was gonna pull it up on the computer. Anyway, like I said in the previous video, I'll drop a link below. I show how you can tell there's a fake verification Instagram badge. There's two people on this season, and someone pointed out to me because they saw this video and they did it to this cast members, and boom. And then so okay, I checked it and I was like, wow, that sucks. So they did it to I don't know who Miss Memphis is. It's at Miss Memphis, and the other one is at Jasmine Panama. Anyway, so those two have fake Instagram badges. I highly, highly, highly doubt that those two paid some random person to go ahead and verify their account, because people do that. There's like a scam or whatever, da da da. You can pay some random person and they'll verify your account, which isn't how you're supposed to get your verification. And when you're on your phone, not on the computer, when you're on the phone, you click those little like three horizontal dots. If there's no about this account section, that means it's a fake Instagram verification badge, and those two people on there on that season don't have it. From the looks of it, it looks like those two people are like talked about a lot, and they're gonna want, there's people that's gonna want to talk to them and this and this and this and that. And depending on how they react to TLC, TLC is not gonna allow them to do those interviews and all that. Um, and I can explain how I explained to you before how they control your audience. This is exactly one way. When Instagram does an audit and then they see that they have a fake badge, that shit's gonna go away and they might take away their profile. And that sucks. And you know who's behind it? TLC. It has nothing to do with them. And it's like, oh, why would they do that? And they verify the other people's account because they verify the other people's account. Like one of the person's husband or whatever, he's verified, but like, I mean, it's a legit one, but it's like, he ain't really got nothing going on. But like, at least this, I guess this girl's the foreign person, right? She can at least do something, and these brand deals will come after and do this and do that and whatever. And they're slowly but surely controlling that audience, and you can easily see it. Like, I wouldn't doubt it if these people came out saying the same thing that I'm talking about right now. Because I'm pretty sure it happens to anybody that they feel could not blow up, but they look at it as like a threat. It's not so much a threat, but it's like they don't want, like I said, they don't want anybody to go ahead and do their own thing and come up off of it. Unless they have their hand in it. Yeah, it's nuts if you actually like look at it. So yeah, and everything is a pattern. Like in everything, doesn't matter if just this or. And I'm not talking about just this. There's a pattern in everything. And once you see the pattern, then that pattern becomes a habit. And I knew nothing about this because I knew nothing about this show previously. Before I was on it, I knew nothing about it. Like, when I was on it, I found out all this shit afterwards because I was in the shit. You know what I mean? It's way different. So, yeah, it's nuts. And then, and like I said, like before, they tried taking down like certain videos that we put, and we just did the exact same thing that other fans were doing too. Because we were doing, a reaction video to our episodes, and then boom. Anyway, so next, so it's crazy how they. Hold on one sec. Okay, that's back. My bad. Okay, it's crazy how they want to be a part of everything. They just want to get the most they can out of people and whatever, because they make it, we already know, they making millions and millions and millions of dollars off of people's faces, making millions off of us, right? But yet they paying like pennies, dude. They paying pennies. And it's not per person, it's per couple. And I don't know if I should make that its own separate episode, but it just kind of ties in with how they control the audience and how they want to be a part of everything, like down to the brand deals and the collaborations, down to the audience, down to the interviews, because you get paid for interviews too if you tell them that you want to be paid. It all ties in. because you're paying these people per couple. The foreign person is not getting paid, and this is not before the 90 days. This is about 90-day original series. It's like it, it's per couple, not per person, and we already know how it is with the whole pandemic and everything, and COVID happening. We already know how that is and how people are hurting from it. So anyway, it's crazy to see how much it is and how it's still the same price. I can drop the price number later on maybe, but I'm telling you, it is pennies compared to what they are making. If you play your cards right, you can get some good, get a good amount, but it's like depending on where you live too, that money goes like honestly, bro, like that money is gone. If you're living in the middle of nowhere, okay, you can maybe like it make it last a little bit, make it stretch a little bit, but you living out here in LA, or you living in a busy area in New York, or you living in SF, San Francisco, that ain't doing nothing. Them pennies ain't doing nothing. You better know about money management, kind of like how I did, and flip it, because if you don't, that money is gone, boy. Anyway, so we went over that. Oh, next, this is a good one. Here, let's take just like a little bam intermission break. Hold on, let me get some on that. At the same time, go ahead and follow those. All right, let's get into it. So, this next one, this next one I want to get into is shit. Oh, excuse me, sorry. Next one I want to get into is like how they edit everything, and when they do it and what to look for, and when it happens. So when they make their edits, it's like you're shooting for hours a day, dude. You're shooting forever, like 12 hours, maybe even 14 hours, dude. 12 hours, 14 hours, 10 hours, like it's just nuts. 10 hours is nothing. That's not 10 hours, dude. It's like 12 to like 14, 16 hours, man. Anyway, we film all that time, right? You only get to see a fragment of that. You don't even get to see like a whole, like you just see a fragment. You just see a fragment of it, right? And it's like a little piece. And it's supposed to be like what, like 5-10 minutes of each person maybe, and you're filming for that long. The best analogy that I can give it is that they're the chefs, right? They know what they can make. You can tell them what you want. You can tell them that you want a pasta. Tell them you want a chicken Alfredo pasta, right? They go ahead and it looks like they're making that. But when they put it on your plate, it's a pepperoni pizza. Meaning that they have all the ingredients, aka all that footage, to go ahead and make whatever they want. Literally whatever they want. There's even times, and then I even bring my friends on to confirm this, and I'll bring, because this happened to them too. I'll bring on, like I'll have, like I said, I'll have Jasmine on one of these episodes. I can confirm this with anybody that was a part of it. While we were eating, there's parts where they were like, okay, now look this way, and now look as if Blake says something like surprising. Look this way as if if Blake says something mad, like mean. Like look like this if like Blake just yelled at Jasmine. Like it's shit like that, dude. And you don't really know what it's for. It's like it's kind of funny, like as you're doing it, it's like a little joke. But now, and also there's in times where they say to do room temp, and so like they literally like it's called room temp, and they and it's literally just silence for 10 seconds. Everybody's like, okay, stop talking, and it's complete dead silence. I know you fans know what the heck that is, because every time you see like a conversation and you see something that may be awkward, what do you see? Long pauses. Well, guess what? That's where they get their long pauses from. Um, let's see. Oh,
yeah, shocker, right? Yeah, exactly.
exactly. Let's see. There's like I said, they make you do this. Oh yeah, it looked like that. I looked surprised. What else happened? Oh, for example, here's another analogy that I can give you. When they show you, and they even change the audio. It's not just like little things like that. They change the audio too. I'm going to give you an example. How they change the audio. You see how you can see my mouth saying my words like wah wah A B C D 1 2 3. You see my lips saying it, right? When you see scenery going on, for example, I'll show you scenery right now. Boom, there goes some scenery, boom. So when you see this, you only hear my voice. This is when they do their editing. This is when you see the trees. This is when you see the background. You see the cars, blah, 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 blah. So during that time, when that audio is being played over, this is the analogy part. They're going to give you question one. You're going to give them answer one. They're going to give you question two. You're going to answer with answer two, right? So you have question one, answer one. Question two, answer two. Now they're going to ask you question three. You answer question three. They're going to put the answer from question one under question three. So it could be something as simple as, oh, hey, Blake, what's 2 plus 2? 4. Oh, Blake, what's 3 plus 3? 6. Oh, Blake, what's 3 plus 2? They're going to take my answer, 4, and put it there. So there's so many different scenarios where they do that. And I realized they did this because I remember they asked me literally like 2 separate questions. And then when I heard no, I mean, and this is before we filmed. So they asked me 2 separate questions, whatever, I answer them. And then when it comes out, they took both of my answers and they like spliced however they wanted it to be in their own custom third question. So sometimes you can hear the questions that they ask on the show and sometimes you don't. So it just sounds like the person is rambling. Like for example, like I know there's like one where Jasmine's favorite line, you guys always say, I'm not like work oriented, right? That's your guys' favorite one, right? So the question before that, obviously, well, it's not obviously because you guys don't know, but the question before that, and this is what's obvious, like nobody wants to like work, like for real, wants to work. If you could wake up, I'm gonna ask you a question. If you can wake up and just get paid just to wake up and to spend your day, wouldn't you like that? Exactly. So when she said what she said, like it was coming from the state of mind of that. It's like they kind of start a conversation with you and they wait for a certain statement to come out because they know you're going to say it. And then they're like, oh, can you say that again for us? But this time we're going to have the cameras rolling. So they kind of, get you on this roll and they kind of get you to say certain things to go ahead and paint a narrative about you. So they kind of want to get you to say like, I don't know, if they want to just try to get you to say the word clown, they'll go ahead and not just say, oh, can you say clown for us? They'll go ahead and like try to have a conversation about like, oh, you check out Cirque du Soleil and like da da da, this and that, and they'll try to go ahead and bring up like some carnival stuff, and then maybe they'll do something around the subject of clowns just so you can say the word clown, and then they'll go ahead and put it wherever. I'm not saying that's what they do, like using the clown analogy or whatever, but that's the thing that they do. They know that you're going to say certain things by having conversation, and they do it, and it paints a narrative. And, and you don't know this. Like, nobody knows this except for the editors and stuff. And it's crazy because, it's funny because I don't even know why, but like there's 2 people that I talked to that I've met that's on the new season, and I'm not going to bring up their names until later on. But and I'm cool with them, but it's funny because they told me that those producers that they're working with still brought me and Jasmine up. and I don't even know why. It makes no fucking sense because I don't even know who the fuck you are, number one. Why the fuck are you talking about me? You didn't work with me. So you can't sit here and say, oh, they're like this and they're like that. I don't know who you are. So whoever that producer is working with them, and I'm not going to mention the two people, but I can just say this. We have, and that's all I'm going to say. Me and the person that's on the show, but that person that was his producer, like, keep my fucking name out your mouth, son. Like, I don't even fucking know you. I don't fucking know you. So don't mention me or my wife. Anyway, so yeah, man. And like I said, and I said it before and I'll say it again. The only reason why I'm making these videos now is because my contract is officially up now. It wasn't up when I mentioned that I wanted to make these videos, and I was still respectful. I was still respectable to the point, or I'm sorry, I'm still respectful to the point to where I still abided by their contract and I didn't go against them. But yet they want to go ahead and try to take down my YouTube videos that I did of a reaction. And I didn't even show their video. I just played the audio and you just hear me and Jasmine talking about it. But yet other people can do the same thing. So you can't tell me that we're not targeted. They know what we are. They know what we do, and they know what we're capable of. And I don't mean capable of us coming back. I just mean capable of what we're already doing. Me being a producer, me being an audio engineer, Jasmine doing what she does. We've been doing this. This is nothing new. The only thing that's new is this TV shit. And that's it. And this toxicity fan base. And that's it. And I don't mean you guys, the fans that's watching us. I mean the ones that go in, out, and in, out, and still talking about us, and I haven't even been on the show for 2 years. So yeah, that's what it is. I think I'm going to end it here. I kind of want to keep these episodes like short, and I always tell myself I want it to be like 15-20 minutes, and I'm already went over. It's 27 minutes. But in the next episode, we'll go ahead and we'll talk about like how they actually how much they actually get paid, and we'll go over that. We'll go over like certain fees, certain fees that you could like, you know, that you could charge, but they don't tell you about because they don't want to pay anybody anything. Hold on one sec. Oh, and I'm definitely gonna have an episode where we talk about the tell-all. We're gonna talk about our whole experience with that. That whole experience, bro. That whole experience. It's damn. That's all I can say. So it's been real. It's been fun. You guys be safe out there and don't believe everything you see because this is just my story with me and Jasmine. I can't speak for other people, but and I can't speak for other people, so I'm not saying their shit is fake. I'm not saying their shit is real, but take everything with a grain of salt, bro. Like, stop believing it. Like, honestly, like this kind of TV just like lowers your IQ. Like, for real, for real. Like, if you really believe in it. If you're there and it's just on in the background, whatever, yeah. But if you're like these people going in and out and like writing up, and you're not a journalist, but you're writing up these long things about people, and you act like you know who they are when you don't know anything. And then you get fact checked, and then you go ahead and like bring up something else. I don't know, dude. It's just really random. So just don't do it. Just don't because it makes no sense. Like, I don't know. I'm not saying not to watch the show. I'm not saying that, but I'm telling you to watch it with a grain of salt. It's fake reality TV. Like, it's quote unquote Hollywood. Like, come on. I've been living in LA my whole life. I've seen it all. Like, for real, for real. I've seen it all. So anyway, you guys be safe out there. Have a good one.